Hi everybody, it's Thursday, January 10th, 2013. Thanks for stopping by. I just want to share with you some of these messages I'm getting that are really hilarious and pretty amazing. Now, one of these messages I got from White Voice 14. 14 is a very symbolic number to neo-Nazis. Now, these people, they always deny being Nazis, but it's funny how their usernames frequently have the number 14 in them, which is a Nazi symbolic number. It represents, I believe, the 14 words talking about white supremacy. And, as an aside, these white supremacists, white nationalists, they're all Nazis, and even the ones who don't really think they're Nazis, they are basically the same thing. So, you talk about white nationalism, basically you're talking about Nazism. And most of these people have swastikas on their faces or on their chests or somewhere on their bodies. So that tells you right there. Okay, but they're never Nazis. Nazis don't exist. They don't exist. Okay. You tell any of these people they're a Nazi, they will run around the world to deny what they are. So I always found that funny. So this White Voice 14, who's actually Storm Returns and Storm Attacks and many other people, he says, still a blocking coward, lol. So I went to his channel to respond, and guess what? He has friend lock enabled, so you can't respond. Isn't that funny? He has blocked everybody in the world, and he's complaining about me being a blocking coward. Guess what that makes you, Storm Returns? A blocking coward. So, but of course, you're always wearing your sunglasses, aren't you? So people can't see your eyes. So you'll be hidden. So you'll be lurking in the shadows, popping up to try to antagonize people because they don't want to murder black people. Wow, you're such a brave person who's scared shitless of black people, aren't you? Storm Returns. Okay, so now I don't know these other messages I've got are probably either from Storm Returns or from one of these other Nazis that I really humiliated the other day. And I know that because now these people they sent me these just insane wacko messages about me being responsible for genocide because I use a computer, and they sent me these messages using a computer. So I'm responsible for genocide because I use a computer, and they create a new channel every time. They create a new channel using just a normal name, which is the MO of the Nazi I humiliated the other day, who may or may not also be Storm Returns. But, you know, that was what he did. He would make up these names like Steve Smith. Okay, so all of these channels have these names like this, like Steve Goo and Justice Smith and a few others. And he makes an entire channel just to send me one message and then block me so that I can't reply to it. Isn't that funny? So now even a normal, ordinary, random, crazy person would not make a channel just for me, just so he could send one message to my inbox and tell me that I'm a bad person because I use a computer from his computer. A normal crazy person wouldn't do that. Only someone like Storm Returns or like the other Nazis that I've really humiliated and really, they're still licking their wounds, and they just got to get some dig in at me so bad. They want to, insult me so bad. They create an entire channel just for one message and then block me, right? And, part of it is just crazy talk and talking about minerals being mined in Asia. I'm responsible because minerals are mined in Asia because I'm on a computer. Okay. But they're not. even though they're on a computer too. And then they start talking about my life. Now, the other point of these messages is I know who you are. I know who your family is. I know where you live. I know where you work. I know where you eat. I know where you sleep. That's what these Nazis are telling me. Okay. And I just want to make the point that, first of all, whoever's writing these messages, you don't know a damn thing about me. You don't know a damn thing. But I'd love to teach you. I'd love to teach you a little bit about me if you would ever show your face. But see, the thing about these guys, or this guy, is they want to condemn me and pretend to be morally superior to me because I'm doing something that they're apparently also doing. And at the same time, they want to know everything about my life. See, this person looked up everything about me. And they want to know everything about my life, but be totally anonymous, totally secret. And they want to send me messages, but they don't want to hear back from me. They just want to send me messages and then slink off into the distance. Hide in the shadows. Okay. Now, whoever you are, you don't have any character. You don't have any integrity. And I'm not really interested in your condemnation because you are a damned soul. You're just a despicable, filthy human being. And your love of privilege and handouts for yourself and your love of, oppressing other people because of the way they were born is quite evident in the way that you've been acting, when you send me messages and condemn me for using a computer from your computer. It's total hypocrisy. And then, you deny being a Nazi, which we both know you are, because you're so ashamed of what you are. And then, you want to know everything about me, and you want to threaten me by telling me you know everything about me, but I don't know nothing about you, and you want to talk about my life and critique my life, but you're not offering your life up for critique, are you? You don't want me to know anything about your life except you work for a living. I bet you do. I bet you work really hard for a living in your mother's basement, don't you? Don't you sit in your mommy's basement and work really hard and type on your computer about how all of your problems are due to black people or Jews or Muslims or the gays, right? That's what you're doing. We all know this. I know who you are, basically. And I know that, you're sending me these subtle little threats and these little critiques of my work and my life and my family because I got to you and I humiliated you. And the more of these little messages you send to my inbox telling me these things, the more you're showing your own hurt and your own weakness. And, like I said, you don't know the first thing. And we both know that. Okay? So, but I do know what I need to know about you. And that is that I don't have to worry about you. I don't have to be afraid of you and your threats. I don't have to feel inferior to a white supremacist hypocrite Nazi and feel like you are morally superior to me because I went to college, because I use a computer. You Nazis are so hilarious. I mean, you're really hilarious. Now, if you want to, you can comment on this video too, and you can critique my life, and you can tell me what my family is doing right now if you want. And you can, we can have a discussion about all this stuff, but you don't want to have a discussion with me. You don't want to talk to me. You don't want to get into a conversation with me because I'll humiliate you all over again. And I'll just show you and everyone else what a complete hypocrite you are. and what a liar you are. So you're not going to start in on this channel and, create another channel just to start commenting on this video. You're just going to slink away in the shadows, aren't you? That's what I thought. Thanks for watching.